on the other side of my, the other folks, Trump and his running mate, and they'll talk about, oh, well, yeah, but I do believe in the exception to save the mother's life. Okay, all right, let's break that down, shall we? Let's break that down. Let's break that down. Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you.
Someone said, there you go. Finally, an unedited version. Obviously, we know the contrary, but come on, man. That video was perfect. I mean, perfect in every way. It appears that Kamala Harris is crashing out, guys. Yeah. She appears to be going off on the deep end, as it seems, as she delivers this message. Somebody says vodka is taking or talking too perfect. This is so naughty. Hold on. It says, no, it's muted, so I can't hear the voices. This is too much, OMG. She has all my prayers. I am a sinner, Lord God, with laughing emojis following that. But yeah, Charlie Kirk posted this one as Kamala delivers a message to her dejected supporters, bragging about how they raised nearly $1.5 billion for her failed campaign.
And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors, you called friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. You put in the time. It was personal for you. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion. The work must continue of reminding ourselves that we have an ability to stay engaged in a way that will make a difference. The work that you all did, it's going to have lasting effect. The election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to. And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it. And it feels heavy. And I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And on this practical eve of Thanksgiving, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving with the ability and to find the ability at this moment to take a moment and just reflect on all the good you have done.
Femi Bruce took to X today and she said, I have always resisted the frequent accusation on social media that the consumption of alcohol could explain Kamala Harris's somewhat odd demeanor when giving a speech, speaking to a group, or even the rare occasion of saying something to reporters. But in the latest video she had released to her supporters in the aftermath of her massive fail as a presidential candidate, I will admit it brings up even my concern. Is something is just simply not right here. The fact that she got as many votes as she did remains a significant concern. And as we get closer to Thanksgiving, keeping her out of the White House is something I am extremely grateful for. Now it says Fox News article right here, ex-users left stunned by a terrible video of Harris speaking to voters who thought this was a good idea. Honestly, me watching the video, I felt the same exact way. I'm sitting back looking at it like, I don't think your people had your best interests at heart. Because you knew the editors, you know the rhetoric around you and your demeanor at times. But hey, it is what it is. Somebody says, Rumor Control says, I think it's actually a positive thing that she is in a drunken stupor. What excuse does Shannon Stone or Alex Baldwin have for their latest deranged, incoherent rants other than being stupid, is what he said. Someone says New York Attorney voters. Okay, I don't know. We're just saying the video about her. She does not have the well-rested look of someone just back from vacation. No, she don't. She look like she been sitting at the crib. You know what I mean, pulling it up and crashing out a bit. That's just my opinion. Y'all watch the video yourself. Y'all come to y'all own conclusion.
The root of this mistake actually came very early on. They didn't run a process They made an excuse of $317 million in the kitty. They kept the same campaign manager and said, we will anoint this faulted, broken candidate who was inconsequential in her vice presidency, lost in 2019, as you detailed, complete loser in 2020, never could articulate anything, had no compassion for people. And her own advocates, let's not forget this. I remember the minute this happened, I was in Europe. She went on to The View. All those women wanted her to win. They threw her a softball. They threw her a second softball. She was so weak as a candidate, she couldn't even answer that she would do something different. It ricocheted around the world. She was finished.
Well, let me go.
They will never do that again.
That was Kevin O'Leary delivering a brutal reality check on why Kamala Harris got defeated in a landslide victory for Donald Trump. It seems like everybody except the Democrats understand what happened. I don't even understand how they don't understand it. I mean, it's very simple when you put it in practical terms. I mean, you guys are really running campaigns that are against morals and values while accusing us of running against morals and values. And you guys are actually creating threats to democracy while accusing Donald Trump of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't see how they don't get it. Someone says Mr. Wonderful is so much better than the rest of the panel on Shark Tank, especially racial meta. She is not on it. I don't know if she was on it. I ain't never seen on that episode, but yeah. Somebody said, how about she's the worst presidential candidate in history? Yes, I mean, ooh, everybody really ran on the idea of joy and imagination, and she didn't provide any practical solutions when asked softball questions. So, I mean, how can you expect someone like that to really conduct herself in foreign affairs and even American affairs and be a leader? I don't get it.
I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
Kamala! Where you been? At the bar? Oh my goodness, are you okay? Girl, you looking rough. You looking rough. Oh, did Trump do this to you? You must have been dealing with this. This has I get it. I get it. Trump mopped the floor with you. You spend $1 billion in less than 4 months. Then lost $20 million. Can't pay people. Never gonna be president. Had to pretend like you were black. I know that was hard for you because you ain't like black people. So, I get it. And then somebody told you, I don't know who told you to run, who told you it was a good idea. But to put the dumbest woman in line to be president was the dumbest decision. Kamala, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. But just put the bottle down. Okay? It's gonna be all right. Call Trump if you need anything. He's a good man. He might help you out.
That is Terrence K. Williams. For anybody who might not know, I'm pretty sure that y'all all do. But man, I love his take on things. This guy is hilarious and spot on at the same time. And Trump might help you out too. You know, he's pretty cool at chilling off with his enemies. you don't take it personal, as he put it in some article in the past. But yeah, Kamala, it just didn't work. Somebody said, you're looking at what America would have become if Kamala won. What? I ain't even gonna play y'all that. I'm not.
And I'll say, I think we all know this election is as much as anything about each of us deciding what kind of country we want to live in. Everything is in context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
I had to do it to you. I'm sorry I had to do it to you, man. Kamala appears to be crashing out.